name Joe Black came about, well, you know why they call me Black.
But the officers who have votes cannot get to them in many cases because the roads are flooded to their homes.
Then they started calling me Joe all of a sudden. I said, y'all know my name ain't no Joe. We're gonna call you Joe anyway. So I'm like, all right, as long as you come get your haircut, you call me that.
A water main broke, leaving New Orleans without drinking water. And the flooding here is getting worse after waters from Lake Pontchartrain broke through a levee.
And anything that he does, because I know that anything John touches it's great.
It went from green walls to blue floors to blue walls. Now we got wood floors, platforms, and customized shit.
Ashley Johnson sits down with a New Orleans man who now makes his life as a barber here in Houston.
I was determined. If you come to me one time, I promise you, you're gonna come back. I am so dedicated to Barber, and barbering is so important in the world.
John Black stayed true to his dream of owning his own barbershop. He knows firsthand about perseverance and having faith.
Anybody, that's no team like Team Joe Black. No team like Team Joe Black. You can have the best hair color in the world. You're not one of the best barbers in Joe Black barbers.
Black Shop has been a staple here in the 3rd Ward for 8 years. He says while New Orleans will always be home, he plans on keeping his roots right here in Houston.
All right, Mr. John, tell us who you are and what you do.
I'm John Brown, known as Joe Black, and I'm a barber here at Joe Black Barbershop.
See, John, take one.
Barber game started when I was in high school. I actually started cutting hair when I was in the project. I started cutting all my friends' hair in the projects, and they started loving me. So they kind of gave me a name. The name Joe Black came about, well, you know why they call me Black. But then they started calling me Joe all of a sudden. I was like, y'all know my name ain't no Joe. They said, we're gonna call you Joe anyway. They just put it together, Joe Black. So I'm like, okay, cool. So that became my nickname, Joe Black.
See, Tierney, take one.
I'm Tierney Brown, and I do manicure and pedicures inside of Joe Black Barbershop. He took me to the projects, and actually I didn't even know that he was from the projects. So when we went that way, I was like, where are we going? And he said, well, this is where I've been born and raised. This is where my mom lived and everybody. So he introduced me to the family, and he's been there, and when we were in school as well. So he worked in the project, and he went to school, and then he'll leave from cutting at the school and back into the project.
I actually went to a barbershop on Canal Street, and I started there about a week, and I had a lot of my clients that came from the project. And when they came in, the barbershop was kind of a calm environment, but my clients coming from the project was a little rowdy. So I wound up staying there for about a week. The owner put me out and said, no, I can't deal with your clients. Back to the project I went. But in the project, I actually set my mother's living room up like a barbershop. I had the barber chair, the mirror, the lights, the music, the AC when it's hot. So everybody was comfortable and come get their haircut in the project because they felt like they was in a barbershop. And I, again, appreciate my mom so much for giving up her living room space for me for that.
Let's fast forward.
Okay.
Katrina hits, tragedy. Tell us about the experience. Tell us from an emotional standpoint where you and John's minds were at that time.
There's one story that there's an officer up on this bridge, and his mother is stranded in one of the homes that we can see from here.
Oh, put the pumps on! Get the water out of here! Get the water out!
But the pumps aren't coming on. There's no electricity. And even if there was, the levees haven't been repaired yet.
When they first told us to voluntary evacuate, I was in the barber shop. Me and my wife left that Saturday after we got off, because we normally don't leave. And we just left, said we just gonna roll out to Texas and stay there for about a weekend until it's over with and then go back. But lo and behold, that didn't happen. Hurricane Katrina hit and here we was stuck in Houston.
I was afraid. I leaned more on my husband. We actually were lost because we were riding. When we hit Texas board, we thought that we were actually at our destination, not really realizing how big Texas was.
Because when the storm happened, after it happened, the next day, it was a beautiful day. Everybody was outside enjoying. She said everything good. But that night, the water started rising.
We can certainly see what's happened all across the city as we drove around the city of New Orleans. On just about every street you went up or down, there was flood water.
So I told my mom, I said, get all your medication and turn your cell phone off. And wherever you go, I'm coming to get you. And it just so happened that my mom and my family got on the bus that brought them here. That was a sight that I never want to see again. My mom was a strong woman. She raised me and my brother by herself in the projects. That's hard to do. And to see my mom with the expression on her face like she was scared, that was horrific for me. I never want to see my mom like that again. Never.
I'm sorry, y'all. I can't. This is.
Now I'm homeless.
You guys had to start over from scratch.
Yes.
The shop and everything. How did you guys do that? How did you manage to do that with limited resources?
John, he went out and he went and bought a pair of pants,
Pair of khakis,
and a shirt,
polo shirt,
and some shoes,
some brown shoes.
He went around looking at different barbershops.
My mom, she was always a pusher. She would always tell me and my brother, because I was raised up with me and my brother, she used to always tell us, if you want something, go get it. Don't ask nobody for nothing. And once I came to Houston, that instinct just kicked in.
And John he don't depend on nobody. His pride in everything, and as a man, he feels like, I got to do something. So he found a barbershop.
Oh man, this was a journey from the ground. I came up Martin Luther King and saw this building say for lease, and I called the number. The guy said that he'll meet me here at 3 o'clock. I think it was like noon when I called him, and he met me at 3 o'clock. Opened the door. I saw the walls. The walls were green. They had some smut on the walls from smoke. I looked at the layout and I said, this is me right here. This is me. And at that time, I didn't even know if I can afford the numbers that he was gonna give me. But he gave me the numbers and I was like, okay, I'm gonna make it happen. And we signed the lease in April of 2008, and it's been on ever since.
It's just been on.
So when I first came, I started off on a bucket in a corner with the clip with my tools that I had.
He came in and actually he started on a bucket and a lamp and one folding chair.
I'm fortunate and I'm blessed to have the type of clients I have to follow me and have them sitting on the bucket. My mother-in-law brought my first chair. So, I came here with like $2,000 in my bank account. And I worked every day to make sure I put everything back into the shop.
You know, he's passionate about his craft. He eats, sleep, and breathe this.
To be able to get a manicure and pedicure, to sit and customize Joe Black barbershop chairs. There was a vision, and it's still not done yet. So everything I've done, it was a vision for me to say, I can improve this. And that's how I am with my clients, that's how I am with my craft. I always see that I can make an improvement. My team is my family. So I want to make sure that when I hire somebody, everybody's in here, they're making money. They're making enough money to feed their family. I get my blessings from blessing other people and seeing growth in other people. You know, so my team is my family, and I'll do anything to see them grow.
John is very driven. John, he has tough love. He motivates me. He pushes me. Sometimes he pushes me to the degree where I feel like I'm about to go crazy, but I know that it's tough love, and I know he wants the best for everybody.
See, Titus, take one.
I've always been drawn to art, so I feel like barbering somewhat is an art form of craft. Well, I just have to know him. I know his intentions behind everything, and he just wants the best for everybody. I'm learning the business aspects of everything, how to treat people as far as customer service, how quality takes you far in life, things like that.
I pride myself in respecting customers and always greeting customers every time they walk in my door, and even when they're leaving out. Okay, have a great day. Once they get that, and once they get out this chair, getting this Joe Black, I have them walking bow-legged out there. They change their walk. The manicure cave came about when my wife was actually in the bathroom doing her feet.
So what we did was we thought it'd be a great idea when the fellas come into the barbershop that they will be introduced to manicure and pedicures and go far beyond grooming themselves than just the haircut.
So they are skeptical about going to nail salons with women in. So I say, well, we have a small space in the barbershop. Let's do manicures and pedicures inside of the barbershop to make it comfortable for men to not only come into a barbershop, but also come into a barbershop and get a manicure and pedicure.
More men are enjoying the pedicure and manicure. A lot of John's clients, by it being his wife, that kind of like detoured them a little bit. Like, I don't know if I want John's wife to see my feet. But once they're in here, I break the ice. We talk, we laugh, and I do my job. I'm very detailed, you know, and I'm passionate about it. And once they get their hands done and their feet done, they really feel good. They feel, you know, they just have a lot of confidence about themselves. They're ready to put their flip-flops on.
The change don't stop because God not through with me yet. And like I said before, Houston showed our family so much love and acceptance to I had to find a way to give back to Houston. And I said, let's start with the kids, because the kids are our future. And I started out with giving 50 backpacks. And we put the school supplies in it, and that's all we did was 50 backpacks. But the reaction from the parents and the kids, the expression on the kids' face, it was like, I can't stop doing this. I started doing 200 backpacks now, so we're still doing 200 backpacks filled with school supplies. So we added on the spacewalks. We do spacewalk, we do the food, we do drinks, we also do the music now. So we have a dance contest for the kids, and it is amazing just to see the kids enjoying themselves without a worry, So and to help them start off the first day of school or the first week of school without worrying about school supplies, it's amazing. Now we're offering the Joe Black 360 wave brushes. We're building this brand with the Joe Black movement. So it's not just a haircut. You can go anywhere and get a haircut, but you can't go nowhere and get a Joe Black.
Come and get a chop, that Joe Black barber shop. Joe Black. We do the fades, yeah.